Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into some spine-chilling predictions from The Simpsons for 2024 that will give you goosebumps. You know, like that time they totally called Trump becoming president? Or when they showed self-driving cars before they were even a thing? Yeah, The Simpsons have this weird knack for predicting the future, and some of their 2024 premonitions are downright creepy. Let's get started. Before we get to the juicy stuff, the 2024 predictions, let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Remember that episode where Homer designs a nuclear reactor on his computer? Turns out, years later, scientists discovered a similar design flaw in real-life nuclear plants. Coincidence? I think not. And who could forget the time Bart accidentally traveled to the future and saw a holographic billboard advertising a Rolling Stones tour? Guess what? Years later, the Stones actually went on a holographic tour. Spooky, right? But it gets even weirder. Remember that episode where Lisa becomes president after inheriting a massive budget deficit from President Trump? Well, guess who actually became president and inherited a massive budget deficit? You guessed it. It's almost like the writers of The Simpsons have a crystal ball hidden somewhere in Springfield. But there are just too many Simpsons predictions that have come true to ignore. It's like they're tapping into some kind of cosmic consciousness or something. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive into some of the most mind-blowing Simpsons predictions for 2024. These predictions are so specific, so outlandish, that they'll make you wonder if the writers are actually time travelers in disguise. Okay, let's talk politics, shall we? Specifically, the 2024 US presidential election. Now I know this is a sensitive topic, so I'll tread lightly, but according to The Simpsons, we're in for one heck of a ride. Remember that episode where Ralph Wiggum runs for president with the slogan "Everything's coming up Milhouse"? Well, it turns out that Ralph's campaign manager was none other than Mo Sislak. Now I know what you're thinking, Matt, that's just a silly joke. But here's the thing, Mo actually runs a surprisingly effective campaign, using his barfly wisdom and surprisingly savvy understanding of social media to connect with voters. In the end, Ralph wins by a landslide, becoming the most unlikely president in US history. Imagine a world where President Ralph Wiggum is calling the shots. It would be like living in a real-life cartoon. But hey, stranger things have happened, right? Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next prediction is a doozy. Remember that episode where Professor Frink invents a machine that can read people's minds? Well, according to The Simpsons, something eerily similar is going to happen in 2024. Now, I'm not talking about some clunky contraption with wires and electrodes. No, this is something far more advanced, far more insidious. Imagine a world where your thoughts, your dreams, your deepest fears are no longer your own. Imagine a world where your every move is tracked, analyzed, and manipulated by unseen forces. Sounds like something out of a dystopian sci-fi novel, right? Well, according to The Simpsons, this is the future that awaits us. But here's the kicker. It's not some evil corporation or government agency that develops this mind-reading technology. It's actually Homer Simpson. That's right, the same lovable oaf who can barely operate a toaster accidentally stumbles upon the secret to mind control. And as you can imagine, chaos ensues. Chapter 4. Mother Nature throws a curveball. Natural disasters aren't exactly a laughing matter, and you're right. But leave it to The Simpsons to find humor in even the direst of situations. Remember that episode where Springfield is hit by a massive heat wave? Well, according to The Simpsons, something similar is going to happen in 2024. It's a heat wave combined with a plague of locusts. A heat wave and a plague of locusts? That's like something out of the Bible. But hey, stranger things have happened, right? In the wacky world of The Simpsons, anything is possible. Chapter 5. Celebrity shenanigans reach new heights. Alright, let's take a break from all this doom and gloom and talk about something a little lighter. Celebrities. Now I know what you're thinking. Matt, The Simpsons aren't exactly known for their accurate portrayal of celebrities. And you're right, they're usually exaggerated caricatures of their real-life counterparts. But every now and then, The Simpsons hit the nail on the head. Remember that episode where Krusty the Clown's career is revitalized by a washed-up celebrity chef? Well, according to The Simpsons, something similar is going to happen in 2024. But here's the kicker. The celebrity in question isn't a chef. It's a mime. That's right, you heard me correctly. A mime. Now I know what you're thinking. Matt, that's even more ridiculous than the locust thing. And you know what? You're probably right. But hey, stranger things have happened, right? Remember that time Mr. Burns bought every media outlet in Springfield? Or that time Homer became a monorail conductor? In the zany world of The Simpsons, anything is possible. Chapter 6. Science fiction or science fact? Hold on to your butts, folks, because this next prediction is a real head-scratcher. Remember that episode where Professor Frink invents a teleportation device? Well, according to The Simpsons, something remarkably similar is going to happen in 2024. Now, I'm not talking about some clunky contraption with wires and flashing lights. No, this is something far more advanced, far more mind-boggling. Imagine a world where you could travel from one side of the world to the other in the blink of an eye. Imagine a world without cars, without planes, without traffic jams. Sounds like a utopian dream, right? Well, according to The Simpsons, this dream is about to become a reality, but here's the catch. It's not some benevolent government agency or research institution that cracks the code to teleportation. It's actually Bart Simpson. That's right, the same mischievous 10-year-old who can barely tie his own shoes accidentally stumbles upon the secret to instantaneous travel. Let's talk about something that affects us all, the economy. The Simpsons sometimes offer surprisingly insightful glimpses into finance. Remember when Mr. Burns loses all his money? According to The Simpsons, something similar happens in 2024. But it's not just Mr. Burns. The entire town of Springfield loses everything. Misery loves company, right? At least we'll all be poor together. The meltdown involves risky investments, government corruption, and bad luck. The end result? Springfield is broke. Chapter 8. Space, the final frontier. Or is it? Alright, let's shift our gaze to the stars, shall we? Space exploration has always captured the human imagination, and The Simpsons are no exception. Remember that episode where Homer accidentally blasts off into space and becomes a national hero? Well, according to The Simpsons, something equally improbable is going to happen in 2024. But here's the kicker. It's not Homer who ventures into the cosmos this time, it's Maggie Simpson. That's right, you heard me correctly. The eternally pacified, perpetually one-year-old Maggie Simpson somehow manages to sneak aboard a spaceship and blast off into the great unknown. Now I know what you're thinking. Matt, that's just absurd. How could a baby even operate a spaceship? And you know what? You're right. It's utterly preposterous. But hey, this is The Simpsons we're talking about. Logic and reason rarely apply in their wacky world. So how does Maggie's interstellar adventure unfold? Well, it's a hilarious and heartwarming tale of intergalactic exploration, unexpected encounters with alien life forms, and the unbreakable bond between a baby and her pacifier. Chapter 9. The Underdog Team That Shocked the World. Okay, sports fans, this one's for you. Remember that episode where Homer becomes the mascot for the Springfield Isotopes, the town's hapless baseball team? Well, according to The Simpsons, something equally miraculous is going to happen in the world of sports in 2024. But here's the twist. It's not the Isotopes who defy all odds and achieve greatness. It's the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant softball team. That's right. You heard me correctly. The ragtag group of misfits who spend their days monitoring radioactive isotopes somehow managed to transform themselves into world-beating athletes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Matt, that's even more far-fetched than a baby flying to space. And you know what? You're probably right. But hey, stranger things have happened, right? Remember that time Barney the drunk became a pilot? Or that time Mr. Burns tried to block out the sun? In the topsy-turvy world of The Simpsons, anything is possible. Chapter 10. Social Trends Gone Wild. Alright, let's wrap things up with a look at social trends. The Simpsons have always been a reflection of their times, satirizing everything from fashion to music to the latest fads. Remember that episode where everyone in Springfield became obsessed with a new dance craze called the Bartman? Well, according to The Simpsons, something equally absurd is going to take the world by storm in 2024. But here's the kicker, it's not a dance craze this time, it's competitive thumb twiddling. That's right, you heard me correctly. The ancient art of twiddling one's thumbs, once relegated to the realm of boredom and inactivity, somehow becomes the hottest new competitive sport on the planet. Now I know what you're thinking, Matt, that's just ludicrous. Thumb twiddling, seriously? And you know what? You're probably right, but hey, stranger things have happened, right? Remember that time everyone in Springfield became addicted to a new energy drink called Buzz Cola? Or that time they built a monorail that went nowhere. In the wacky world of The Simpsons, anything is possible. Chapter 11. So will it happen? That's it for today's video. What do you think about these predictions? Do you believe any of them will come true? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing content. Keep your eyes peeled and your tinfoil hats handy, because 2024 might just be the year that Springfield becomes reality.